Hi guys, here's a short video to help you with the types of problems that are found in Chapter 2, Section 2, number 15. The story problems start out and they give you a table and you're supposed to match up a scatter plot and then find an equation. So this problem reads, the percentages of births outside marriage in a particular country are shown in this table. Let P be the percentages of births outside of marriage in this country. So these represent P. And in a country, T years since 1900. So T is going to be the number of years since 1900. So we'd have 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, and 105. You can see that it comes in, and I don't have enough room on my screen to show you all of them, but starting at 75, and you can see what that looks like. So it's important for you to get really used to using your graphing calculator, and if you need to look at the appendix in the back, certainly do so of your textbook. It will help you. But this is what your list should look like. And when you press graph, this would be what a scatter plot of the data looks like. Pay particular attention how this data has a slight bow to it. It's not a completely straight line. However, there is a line that exists somewhere in here that most of the data falls on. And when you're looking at that, and had I drawn really straight, which is difficult to do at this application, you would find that the first and the fourth point look like they would fall on the line fairly close to the line that represents the most data. And you don't have to use points in the data set, but it's usually most convenient. So looking at the options in the My Math Lab, you'll notice that this option has something very similar. It has the uneven lines where you had 3, 3, and then 4. And so that would be the correct answer. It matches your window in your graphing calculator, so you would have selected that. And again, it certainly does show something similar to the last equation. So right now, your gut. When I do a linear regression in my calculator, for this data set, I end up with the A being the coefficient in front of x as being approximately 0.65, and I end up with a B, which is a negative 34 and a half roughly. So when I look at the options in my math lab, I notice that there are two that I can almost immediately this last equation. But let's take a look. These two appear close to 0.65, but certainly the second one seems closer, or 0.64. But look at this. One indicates that the y-intercept is going to be above the x-axis, and one indicates that it is going to be below the x-axis. So while had I changed my window just a little bit in my graphing calculator, where this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, and I tried to predict where will this data, if it were allowed to continue in this trend, where will it cross the y-axis? Well, it certainly will be below 0, so it has to be a negative number. So using those types of key ideas will help you to understand what the equation is. Your linear regression on your calculator will rarely, if ever, match identically to those in My Math Lab, where they've randomly picked 1, 2, or maybe 3 points to try to find the slope. So come up with something close as a good tool in My Math Lab. Take a look at your linear regression in your calculator. That certainly will be the most accurate tool for you. And I hope this short video helped you. Thanks so much. Have a great week.